folks, we've reached the end of that quiet zone for the production working out in our Metro sets. On the left, the body of water we are traveling along is a really neat piece of our monster movie history because that is where the creature from the Black Lagoon film.
YZ Reacts, are you a supporter? I always see you.
And that film came out 70 years ago this year, and that is just one of many, many monsters born here at the studio, like Dracula, Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Phantom of the Opera, the list goes on. All of those old school OG movie monsters were born here at the studio.
Good one, Snake Farming. Good one, Snake.
The Invisible Man from the opera. Classic. It's just brilliant. That Frankenstein image, Flatman. It's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror.
Hey, Kirk, YZ Reacts, are you a supporter?
Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
It's still ringing our memories now. I love it.
Good night.
When the original Frankenstein filmed here at the studio back in the 1930s, Carl Laemmle, the founder of Universal Studios in Universal City, was extremely secretive about actor Boris Karloff's makeup. Boris Karloff played Frankenstein's monster, and Carl Laemmle wanted there to be as much mystery and suspense around this special effects makeup on your screen as possible.
From where do you watch?
So that upon its reveal, it could be as shocking and terrifying as possible. And he went to great lengths to make that happen. He even had Boris Karloff wear a burlap sack over his head to improv set. I don't think that would fly today, but it was effective. At early screenings of Frankenstein, there were people standing by to assist fainting patrons. That is how kind of mind-blowing this was at the time. So I know our shock value has changed quite a bit over the years, but I think it's so neat that this was so impactful at that time, and it really holds up today. We'll see it in action here in this clip. And if you're bummed the spooky season has come to an end like I am, we have a remake of Wolfman to look forward to coming out next month. It's already next month, January 2025 from Blumhouse. So a remake of one of those classic movie monsters born here at the studio.
Hey guys, Corrado, do you think bringing a pizza is a good idea and some wings?
Award season this past year for the studio with Oppenheimer winning
Smash the like button, everyone. Let's go.
Best Picture Academy Award. Very exciting. The very first Best Picture Academy Award for the studio was for All Quiet on the Western Front. Now, Wicked came out last week. Super exciting. And
hey guys, I was thinking about bringing a pizza.
Much deserved, in my opinion. And John M. Chu, the director of Wicked, got his start here at Universal Studios, but not in the way you might think. Let's take a look. Now, we used to have a show here called Screen Test Comedy Theater, where guests could volunteer
next week or when you have time, my school.
Scene, and they could even take a copy of that scene home with them at the end of the experience. So if you watch closely here, that frightened little security guard is an 8-year-old John M. Chu, who some years later would go on to direct Wicked for the studio. So really cool full circle moment for John M. Chu with Universal Studios. Now we are waiting head into the sound stage up ahead, and we've also reached about the halfway point of our tour. So just time for a quick safety reminder. There'll be a few throughout the tour. Remember to stay seated.
All right, I got you. Ice cold.
Anytime you do need assistance, pull the red cord overhead, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. And momentarily, we'll be pulling into Soundstage 50, and especially important, stay seated, secure loose items. You do not need your 3D glasses inside of Soundstage 50, but do hold on to them for later on during the tour. Now, inside of Soundstage 50 lives a hot set, which means It is all ready for filming. All the set pieces and props are in place.
Hey, Snakes
So
Army,
the
how does that
crew,
sound? The
actors,
pizza?
and a director to yell
What do you
action.
think?
And as we pull on in here to Soundstage 50, you will see we are in a Metropolitan subway set. So all the set pieces and props here are in place, and this set was used for an episode of Bones, starring Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz. Details here indicate that we are in San Francisco, but those details
I
could
got him.
easily be
It's just a
changed
pizza.
if a production wanted to transform this subway stop into a different location by adding small details.
Have you been here,
just alter
Snakes
the
Army?
set slightly. They
Or
could
no?
change the time period to some extent.
And where do you watch from?
Well, all right, folks, it seems we're experiencing a small earthquake. Not that uncommon. Everybody sit tight. I'm sure that if we... Okay. This is a little bigger than I thought. Hang on, everybody. And opened just in time for the 60th anniversary of the studio tour, which we are still celebrating. So it is back and better than ever. Now, I don't know about you, but after that earthquake, fun as it was, I could use a little vacation. I suggest we relax by the beach and visit Amity Island. And you're probably thinking, Sarah, isn't there a shark safety as we relax by the beach? Oh no. Folks, I see a fin. There is definitely another shark. Oh, and there's my friend George. George was out there doing one last sweep of the water. George had a lot of guts to be out there, and I know that for sure because we just saw them. The good news for us is that we remain on dry land, safely aboard the tram. At least, I think we're safe.
great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram.
Now we are heading out of Amity Island and into Old Mexico. We're going to travel all over time and space without leaving the studio. Here in Old Mexico, Nacho Libre film with Jack Black, Lady Gaga's music video for Judas, and scenes from Westworld. But we are here to enjoy a weather demonstration.
That's my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special event. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968. Welcome to the only part of the back lot with a 100% chance of rain. The flash flood.
Flood we are experiencing is comprised of thousands of gallons of water that are released from the top of the hill. They're then collected at the bottom and sent right back up top for the next flash flood demonstration. That set and effect were used in the film Big Fat Liars, starring Paul Giamatti.
So I'm turning it off now, everyone. I'll catch you next time. I'm out. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. I'll go live again. And thank you for your support. Videos going up right now. Appreciate it. Big shout out to Snakes Army, Ice Cold, fun loving couple, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Now we've moseyed out of Old